Alright, welcome back to Dankscore Traders Hub. It's another good day, beautiful morning. Let's now get started today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday. We made some money. Actually, we made a good money yesterday on the analysis that we made. So I don't know about you. Those who are not on Signal's platform, I believe you also kept on following the analysis and made money. So today is our last day, but this is our last week of May. It means we have a special edition on Saturday. Yeah, we'll have a special edition on Saturday. We'll do the analysis and then even trade together. So without any further ado, let's start today's session. Of course, as usual, we start with a prayer and then get into the real deal. Father, we give you praise. We love you. Thank you for today. Thank you for your grace and your love upon our lives, Lord. Thank you that we are back here on this channel, Lord, to analyze and to look for entry and exit points in as far as trading is concerned, Lord. We ask of you to give us great insights tonight. Let us have good insights that we may use to enter the market and make money, just like we did the rest of these other days that you've been with us and giving us daily signals and making money daily. We give you praise for all that. And also we give you praise for today's profits that we are about to make, because you don't give your children bad things but good things. So we give you praise for it. We give you all the honor and all the glory. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right, so please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Let's be part of this. Let's grow this community together as traders who trade synthetic indices. All right, so without any further ado, as usual, we start with Crash 500. So let's get into Crash 500. Crash 500. Excuse me. Please help me to understand where the sound is very clear, so that I don't do the exact thing that happened on Wednesday. All right, Crash 500. So we saw yesterday. This was yesterday. And actually, according to H4, we saw this kind of move. We saw this. We were looking for continuation of sales, not actually of buys, but somehow price broke out and now went to the breaker broke right there. It has come to that breaker broke, and that can be a fake breakout to bring us back into sales. Let's wait and see. So according to H4, we are having that as the point of interest right there on that breaker broke level. There's even a fair value gap right there, and price is reacting to it according to H4. According to daily, we are still going on with the buys. As you see, today started as a buy day. So we wait and see. But as we speak currently, the current H4 is a sell. The current H4 is a sell. So all we need is to go down below to H1 and look at H1. So yesterday, this is what happened. We were actually in a sell. We were in a sell when price gave us that. Let me go to M15, drag this a bit here. So when price gave us this change of character on M15 and made a pullback there, we made our entries right there. We made our entries right here. We started to sell, but down below here, this order block became a support level that held price to actually continue all the way down. And we kept in for some good hours until it took me out. Of course, I had two entries. One entry I closed. No. I had one entry. The other was a limit order. I deleted it once I saw price was playing around this order block. So it came, took me out, and it went all the way back up to break that trend line. So in as much as we were looking for sales, this support held up and got us into the breakout right there. And clearly you can see now we are having a breakout. So according to H1, we are now overbought. According to H1, we are overbought. According to H4, we are not overbought, but we have gone back to that. But remember, on H4 we had seen a change of character here. I want you to remember that we had seen a change of character here, meaning we had seen a reversal of the trend. This is a high, low, then now we have a new high right there. So it means we need momentum to break this to continue with the buys, which is according to H4. So if we need a momentum, it means it's going to look for some liquidity that is left back and then come with enough momentum after grabbing liquidity to break this level and continue with the buys. So what do we have? Let's head to, just delete this for now. Delete everything right here. Delete. So we clearly see right here there's a fair value gap left right in there. There's a fair value gap here also, but we will use our fib and we will use this as our low and that as our high, and then we will anticipate where price is likely to come back to. And clearly if you look at that fib, it's where price is likely to come back to. So if I go to H1, I can easily look for that fib on H1. A fair value gap on H1, and clearly that is where I see price react to. Yes, that's where I see price react. Alright, so now I can delete this. All I need is a confirmation of this sell. It's not yet there, but I did it so that I can either enter that retest sell right here, but also I can choose to wait for the buys right here, or even all the way back to this order block, where these buys started from, the buys that broke out here and gave us a new high right there. So I have 2 points of interest, price to come to them. So all I need is to enter buys right there and get back up into the uptrend, or here, and take us all the way back. So those are the levels that I have according to H1. According to M15, yeah, we have a change of character, but then there is this support. Is that support currently holding price? So we just have to wait for it to do its thing, to be broken, and then we can get into the sells. All right, I think that's enough on Crash 500. Let's go to Boom 1000. Let's go to Boom 1000. So with Boom 1000, yesterday we missed an entry. With Boom 1000, yesterday we missed an entry. Now, yesterday we realized this was a flag, or call it whatever you want. We had this point of interest. We knew price was going to come, retest all the way down below, then come in with the buys. But this sell right here, we wanted a pullback because we saw it. We had already seen it. If I can drag this already back here where yesterday where it had given us that as a change of character, but we needed a retest. I believe that retest maybe happened on M5. Yes, actually, that's why I missed that. I was supposed to go to M5 and look for that. Yeah, it happened on M5, and look at that. It sold for about 2 uninterrupted hours. Let's see. It sold for about 2 uninterrupted hours, then it started to get interrupted here, but still it reached the trend line. It reached the trend line, and that's how price was yesterday, until it reached this level and gave us a change of character right there. That is what we saw right here. So when it reached here, price gave us that, and we have now a breakout. We have now a breakout from that level. So I didn't enter it at all yesterday. I missed that sell. This was a good sell too, which I should have actually entered because I was waiting. I knew it was going to go all the way down. So having missed that, today we see a breakout. Actually, last night we saw a breakout and then a retest after breakout. But then there's this level right here. Price is being held up to actually continue with the buys. Price is being held up. Why is it being held up? Let's go to H4, see why. H4, remember we had that order block, so we're still having that happening. But from what we saw there, it has even hit TP. This is what we needed. From there, this is the move. From here to there, and that is what we see. It has reached the TP. So we should be looking for sales. According to H4, we have reached overbought right there, meaning we need to look for sales. So I can delete this actually now. But then, according to daily time frame, the buys are still on, and price is above our 10 MA. Price is above our 10 MA. But oh, wait. This run right here was a pullback to that fair value gap. Okay, according to daily. So that's why price cannot come back again down. According to daily. What? Daily H4. So this was a liquidity grab right there, which is according to daily, and that was even an order block. So this is not happening. So price cannot exceed, may not even go below this level. In as much as we are seeing this, okay, there's this order block, but I don't believe it can come all the way back to this order block. I don't know. We will wait and see if it's actually having some momentum to go all the way down below. But as just like we've seen on daily time frame, price reacted to that fair value gap, grabbed it and started to get back into buys. Remember, we wanted a retest. we wanted a retest to go there and probably continue with the sales, but we haven't gotten any. So we will be looking for that. So right about now, let's go to H1. Let's go to H1, delete that. I'm seeing some sales, but it's not, CCI hasn't given me an entry yet. So go to M15. Yeah, I'm seeing some kind of move that is happening. In fact, this here, I have a trend line that I have a trend line here that I can use, but down below I don't have any, so I need to wait for this move to finish so that I can anticipate what is happening. We may keep consolidating the whole of today. According to what I've seen on H1, it may keep consolidating the whole of today until probably it grabs some liquidity above here and then come down again to this level, and then come down again to this very level to give us a channel. This will be a horizontal channel according to H4 right there. That is our first moon level, and this will be the second level down below if it comes to give us that. So we will wait for that to happen, but until then we have no business with Boom 1000 unless if we want to scalp it. But in as far as this is concerned, we need a new low here to match with what we have so that we can understand what pattern we have right now. So for now, I have no business with it because it's going to keep playing around here. It may even reach all the way up there and then gives us a retest all the way down below, a move to take us all the way down below according to H1. I think that's enough on Boom 1000. Yeah, I think that's enough on Boom 1000. Just before I go, let's use that. Yeah, okay. We'll see about it. All right, that's enough on Boom 1000. Let's go to Boom 500. Boom 1000, we have no business with it. We don't have a clean structure that we can use to look for entries. So this is Boom 500. Let's check it out. Let's see if we have a good structure for an entry. So yesterday Boom 500, actually we made a lot of money on it yesterday. This was the money right here. Yeah, I think I even gave an entry right when we were still on the analysis. So this was the first entry. I was taken out right on my SL. That was when I had broke even, took me out there. Then immediately I made another entry after it taking me out when I had broken even. I immediately made another entry right there, and that's the money that I made all the way here, and then took my profit. But those who remember, I had told you we had two levels that we were looking at. One was here to give us an entry right here. Another one was down below to take us all the way back into the buys. Those who remember yesterday's analysis, because I deleted all this yesterday night. The yesterday's analysis, I deleted it while I was analyzing this last night. So if you missed yesterday's episode, go to the channel, look for episode 154. You'll be able to see it and you'll be able to understand why we sold here and why we said we will get into buys when price reaches either this level or that level. So it came to the one here on that order block. So this is not respected, so we can take it out. So price started to get into buys right there. I did not enter buys. I had already I think I had already gotten enough money on Boom 500, and this was supposed to be a limit order, and if I had no limit order, there was no way I was going to re-enter again, because clearly you see we never got any retest that we can take advantage of. So price went all the way into the buys, and when it reached there, it gave us this. At first it was seen as like a flag that can push us all the way back, all the way into the buys, but then this level held up, and actually I had an entry late night. I had an entry of the sell, having seen the analysis on was it H4? Yes, analysis on H4. Having seen it, this was meant to give me this continuation right here from there to here. So I entered the sells, but then somehow on H1 it was a bit different. I was seeing a flag and I was looking at probably continuation of the buys, but surprisingly price was having other these guys, the market movers the market movers were already seeing sells because of H4, and that's what happened. So price broke going down, and it kept playing around, and I had already hit my daily target. So I said, let me move out. No need of risking what I've already made. So I moved out when it came back into profits. So I moved out, but look at that, after moving out it went smoothly. I would have gotten about $20 or $30 out of this move. So that is it yesterday on Boom 500. So I can delete everything now and look at today. Take out the history, delete this. Oh, okay, delete it even, it's not needed. So having seen that, go back to H1. So we got this, and that was our low, that was our high, and clearly we saw the pullback to where? Pullback to between 50 and 38 points. In fact, it was on exactly at 38.2 right there. That's where we saw pullback come back to. Why? Because that's where we are seeing a fair value gap right there. So price reacted to that fair value gap on H1 and got back into sells. It came all the way back to this level. What is this level? It's a fair value gap on H1, okay, and it's becoming a support. It's actually a support currently. If I go to, this is a support, this is a support currently. Yes, like that. So this is now a support. So this tells us that price is within a consolidation. It is consolidating. So I can take this line off and I can remove this to this is not necessary anymore. Delete this. So whatever I wanted here is now changing. The sales that I needed to continue from the analysis I had at first is changing because of this support. So until this support is broken, the sales to continue all the way down to this level are very limited according to H4, what we need to reach this other support. So let's go back to H1. H1, we need some buys. Why? Because we've reached that support again. All right, okay. Okay, so go to M15. M15, we see that, of course, we see that. So we are not yet oversold, however, on M15. So that means we are still selling a bit, or we will consolidate a bit. So for this, I have no business with it. I still have no business with it. It's likely to come probably back here, but it has reached it already, so it's likely to come all the way here. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see if price is likely to come all the way down below. Go to M5. M5, it's actually looking for buys. So if M5 confirms the change of character down right here, then the buys will be on. So all I need is price to test this order block. You know how we normally anticipate this kind of buy. It's likely to do that and push us right there, or push us here, and then we come back here to test this fair value gap that it's likely to leave. But it has already tested it. It has already tested that fair value gap, so meaning it will have to come to the order block. So all we need is something like this, and then we come with the buys. All right, so that is on M5. This, if this happens, then we will anticipate buys. But if price fails to do this, then it is going to continue with sells according to M15. Enough of Boom 500. Let's now head over to V25S. This is a mess. I need to delete. So congrats to those that made money yesterday on Boom 500. Volatility 25-1S. So Vol 25-1S, this is a mess. Let me first delete some of these because I need to have a clear, okay, yeah, I've remembered. So first delete that. I'll be showing you as I go on. All right, so go to H1. H1. So yesterday, this is what happened. We were here, this falling wedge. So I knew when we were here, we needed this. So I told you, we entered buys right here immediately to take us all the way up. This was the move right there. So I entered buys here. It kept consolidating for hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, you know, not getting into profits. So it played around that level. It would go to profits shortly and then come back down like that for hours, for good hours. So when it came down all the way and failed to break this low, I entered another entry. I made another entry for what? I made another entry for the buys, and that's how I made the money right there. So that was the first entry, that was the second entry, and when it reached there and came to those previous highs there, I closed my profits because I was seeing price is going to get back again into consolidation, and immediately I told the guys who on the VIP to also close. So this never happened. We wanted the breakout there to come here, and then we can actually enter this move to take us all the way there, but it never happened. So we can delete everything right here. Take out the history, delete right here, delete this right there, delete that. Yeah, and now I think our chart is a bit clean. Up here we have some resistance that we can still have right there, and right now we see a break of structure right there. That is very important. That is very crucial to us to notice. So that is a break of structure on H1. On H4, however, Oh yes, we also have a break of structure on H4. But down below we have a support. Have we touched that support yet? Not really. We haven't touched it. So we still believe the sales are on to touch that support. So we need price to touch the support so that it can give us this kind of retest. So for now, this is a no. I'm not having any business with V25S. According to H4, we are still selling. According to daily time frame, we are actually selling. And clearly, we see a change of character right here. That's where we see the change of character happening right there. That's when we started to see a reversal into the downtrend. So for now, we are going to be waiting. We are going to be waiting for now. For now, we need a retest from here to push us into that, to push us probably back there. Yeah, back there, and then we can get into sales all the way down below. So for now, go back to H4. We need price to be coming from this level. So let's have it on H4 actually. Draw it right there. What do we have there? There's a fair value gap here on H4. So drag this right there on H4, so price can easily come for that. It's a weird one. It's a weird one, and I'm not certain about it, so don't take my word for it now because of how this asset is. I'm not certain about it, but it's a point of interest right there. That's a fair value gap, which is exactly below where we saw our change of character. Yeah, according to daily time frame. So for now, I can wait for that and then come with sales probably to break this support level right here that is holding price for so long. 1, 2, 3. Now it's coming to the 4th level. All right, so enough of that. V25, it's also a no-go for us. We can't do anything about it. Let's now head over to V75. Today is a Friday. Remember last Friday markets were slow. I'm seeing the same pattern here. Let's wait and see. Just a minute. All right, so V75. Yesterday, we knew this was happening. This was a rising wedge, so we can delete this. We don't need it. Price never reached that level, but later, after retesting again here, it has reached, surprisingly, and it has even gone all the way to the highs. So this can be gone. We can use that where I had already anticipated that last order block. So delete everything now right here. Delete, 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 delete. Okay, first leave that. So so this is what we knew yesterday. According to M15, let me bring M15 close. So according to M15, we knew this was a rising wedge. We actually took a trade, a sell trade right here. This was a trade. I gave it in the analysis, but then I had a tight TP, a tight SL right there. I was taken out, but after taking me out, it started to sell immediately. I entered again and took my profits right there. But it came all the way to hit the target I had told you. Remember, I told you it can keep playing within here and then later on break out into sales, and that's what happened. Came back here, retested a bit, played around a bit, went back into buys, but it was a short kind of move to bring us into sales once again. So congrats to those that made money on this V75 yesterday on that sell within the pattern or within the rising wedge right there. So having done this, we knew price was coming, of course, to this level. So that was a breakout, and immediately you can see target was hit right there. So if you had held up your SL right above there, you would have hit your target of about $50 or more, depending on the lot size you used. It came all the way here. Remember, I had given you that target. That's how we normally calculate our target when we are dealing with patterns. All right, so now after that, I started to analyze on, I wanted actually to get into sales since I saw this. So I had a fair value gap here according to H1, waiting so that I can enter sales, but price never retested back. It continued until the sell was exhausted, and that's when the buys came in. So from there you see a change of character. Is it? I don't think it is. Actually, I think it is one on H1. Yes, on H1 it is. Yeah, on H1 it is. So this is where we saw the change of character right here, right there. And then price, look at what it did. It came tested right here, came tested on that level, and immediately the buys came in again and we continued. So for now I can delete everything right here, delete this support. We may keep with it. It's an H4 one, yeah, on that fair value gap. So the buys are continuing. So having seen that, looking at H4, we are now reaching overbought right there according to CCI, but then on the other side it is also reaching that order block, and that's the reason why we are seeing it overbought according to H4. According to H4. Okay, so that tells us that any time from now we will see a reversal, and then we will use that because it means H4 will be selling, and daily we already need sales. This was just a retest, meaning on this order block, right here, we are going to see sales come in. We are going to see sales come in. So buckle up and know that we are going to sell this asset now from the level where we are at currently. On this very level we will enter our sales. So I can delete this now. Okay, I've deleted the wrong one. Delete this. On that level we are going to enter sales right there. So be ready when the sales start. Yeah, let's see on H4. Now go to M15. M15, when you get to see a change of character on M15, know that sales are on. Know that sales are on, and we will be getting into them strongly. So for now, I have no business with V75. I have to wait for that sell and enter it for some good days. Or of course I'm an intra-day trader, so I enter sales when I have enough money on the move. I move out. I don't wait for. I'm not a swing trader, so I rarely do swing trades, but there's when I do it. There's when I do a swing trade. So we will do that and look for that sell. We will look for this sell. Hopefully those who are swing traders, you can get your swing trade to push it all the way to, let's see, H4. There are so many levels, but you can swing it all the way to this low, all the way to this low right here, right there. This will be your swing move from there to here. So for those that love swing trades, this is going to be one of your good swings if you get it right. If you get it right. All right, let's leave V75. Let's get to jump 50 and we'll look at it also. Jump 50. All right, so jump 50, yeah, this is what we saw yesterday. We wanted price to react from this level, and then we get into sales, but then the buys broke and continued. So the other point of interest was that order block above. In fact, I think I can easily delete that order block above. It's an H4 one. Yeah, I don't need it anymore. Delete it. Delete this. Delete this. It was disrespected, so delete even this. So now we need sales where we are. According to H4, we need sales. Delete this, delete that, delete that, that. According to H4, we need sales right there. So delete this for now because the buys are not yet. We still need some sales according to H4. Remember, according to daily, we will be looking for this and then continue with the buys, and hopefully it's coming right here. Remember, this level has not been mitigated on the daily time frame, and that's the level we need it to react back to, and probably on H4 we can start the buys again. Once it does that, then we will have our good buys from that level on daily time frame to push us all the way up just like we need. So buckle up and know we still have a long way. Yeah, let's go to H1 now. Now that we know we need sales on H4, let's go to H1. H1 is strange, but I don't want to follow H4. I want to follow M15. So M15, if I see a change of character or a reversal kind of signal, then I'll be coming in. Of course, without a doubt, I'll be coming in. So all I need is break out, then retest, You know the drill, guys. As far as this channel is concerned and how I trade, you already know the drill on how we anticipate something like this. Remember, you will see some pullbacks here. We will see some rejection, price rejection around that area right there. So be ready for that also. All right, I think that's enough on Boom 500. This we are going to see either today. Yeah, I think today we may see this move today. Breakout here, retest, then enough momentum to break this thing right here, and then continue with sales. Of course, we have these points of interest on we have these TP levels on M15. That down, we can even use H1 if you want, but yeah, you have them. But let's first see the sell confirmation, then we can start to think of TP levels. All right, so I will leave that on M15 and I'll be ready to look for an entry. Hopefully we will get some momentum. Jump 25. We have about 8 minutes to close today's session. Let's go to jump 25. Jump 25. Did we make any entries yesterday? I doubt we did. Oh yes, we did. We did. Yes, I remember. Yeah, we did. I was looking for, okay, let me first remove this history. So once it gave me this, I was looking for this pullback. Then when it retests, I can enter. But the retest was a bit weird, so I entered a bit early. This was a trade. Let me bring it here. This was the trade right here. So when it broke out and it tested, I entered a bit late and it took me out on my tight stop loss. Of course, it had already gone into profits. I should have taken that and waited, because there was this resistance that was up there that was holding price to actually break through and continue with the retest trade that I wanted right here. So it did that, but then I had another anticipation down below the order block, and I was supposed to enter right here when it came here. This was the very perfect entry right here, when it retested all the way below to give us even a fake breakout. That was a good entry, but I didn't enter it. I came back when it had reached all the way up there, so I didn't enter. I was supposed to enter when probably it reacted to this right here. I missed. So after that, I was fed up. I had a long day, so I forgot about it and moved on. So this move right here eventually happened today morning. You can see after breaking that level, it came back, tested that order block right there, and then reached our TP level right there. And now clearly, okay, let me first delete everything right here as you remove history, so that, okay, leave this. Let's delete that. Yeah, delete everything right there. So today, what happened after giving me everything here, like anticipated, but of course failing to enter, we saw, let's delete these. We saw price break that support. This is an H1. That is an H1 order block, which became like a resistance level from this point here. So price broke it a bit. According to M15, it broke it. On H1, it didn't actually break it. It broke it after it reacted back to this order block on M15. So it retested the order block here and then broke it right there to reach our TP level that I had anticipated yesterday. And now we need sales from there. That was the analysis. Going back there to the breaker block. This is a breaker block, and then get back into sales. That was the analysis. But is it still the analysis? Let's now look at that. Okay, leave this. Let's take all this out, and now delete that and also this. So according to H1, yeah, we should be looking for sales. Having reached the retracement level of CCI, we should be looking for sales. But if I go to H4, I should be looking for buys. Surprisingly, why? This is our change of character. That is our change of character. It gave us like a double bottom right here. That's why it is actually showing us buys on H4. But daily time frame, oh yes, even daily time frame is over is oversold, meaning we should be looking for buys, but we have to go back to H1. H1 is already in buys, but we need a retest. A retest, now that we see that we need to look for buys, the higher time frames are showing us buys, that's the trend. I need to look for a retest right here. Retest is coming to this level. There's a fair value gap right in here. So price is coming to there. It's gonna come there and then probably continue with the buys according to what we've seen on H1 and H4. Let's go to M15. M15 we are oversold, overbought I mean. So this is going to be our change of character to push for the sell according to M15. But remember, we have understood that we need buys, so it's likely to come here, and this will be almost matching with the break of structure that we have here, so it can easily give you a week to go all the way in here in this fair value gap on H4, and then it gives us the buys again. So let's wait, because this is a break of structure according to M15, and it has to test to give us a higher low, and which the higher low reacts back to the break of structure to the level, which is this level right here. So retest here, and then we continue with the buys. That's how we are going to see this. So for now, I may not go for this sell, I may actually wait for the buy right here. All right, I think we are good to go. Let me delete that and let's wait for what we have. So this level right here gave us a lot of things to ponder about. It's the reversal signal that we saw. So according to H1, the retest, and then we continue. We don't see any liquidity left back. So in as much as the retest, we would want it to go all the way down below, but there's no liquidity left back for the pullback. There's no, apart from this fair value gap and the one here, of which this is the one that is valid. So we will anticipate here, and then we continue with the buys. I think that's enough for us on on jump 25. Let's go for our last asset, which is jump 10, and we'll call it a day. Like I told you, last Friday was slow. I'm seeing the same thing even today. So hopefully we will get some trades today. But if not, I believe you've already, throughout the week, you've made a lot of money to even cover up for the profits of today. So anyways, I know money is never enough. Every day you want to make money, every day you want to make money. So I know money is never enough. All right, this is jump 10. Jump 10 I was looking for. Okay, let's first start from daily. H1. H1 was nearly oversold yesterday. So I was looking for a pullback there, then a sell, and then getting two buys yesterday. That was the analysis yesterday. But then we saw price continue with the buy right here. It disrespected that level, even this, and went all the way to the order block above there. So when I went to M15 and saw that, and actually later saw this, I was using now, I went to check if deriv X was back, and that's where I made the fully analysis again on this asset, jump 10 on deriv X. By the way, deriv X is very good. Those who use it, congrats. It's a good one. It's a version of TradingView, but with our assets that we trade, synthetic index assets. So deriv X offers us those tools of TradingView under that platform, deriv X. So you can go ahead and use it, transfer your money to deriv and be able to use it. I'm not, deriv has not paid me to put out this, but you know, it's what I use, so I love it. I love it. Once in a while I go there and use it to analyze. It's better than MT5, of course. All right, so pullback that I wanted was on this fair value gap. Then we look for sales, but we saw the continuation of buys, and it continued all the way down, up, all the way up to this order block. That is an H1 order block. Yeah, H1 order block right there. So it came to that, and after reaching that level, I went to deriv, and that's when I analyzed this. And this was something, at first I had not seen it. In fact, I didn't see it, I've just seen it. This was sort of like a heads and shoulder right there. This was sort of like a heads and shoulder, meaning this was a head, this was a right shoulder, left shoulder. So I've just seen it actually, but I was on M5 when I made this kind of analysis. And if I go to M5, this is what you see. Price had given me that, so it gave me this and it retested. That was my entry point. Let me see if I actually entered right there. Yes, after reacting back there, this was supposed to be my entry point. So I entered a bit late after reacting. So I entered the sell, but it reached this support. It played games a lot, and then broke. After breaking, it went all the way back to retest. Now this was supposed to be the perfect entry. I was seeing it. Somehow I got busy for like about an hour. I came back and I had missed that re-entry. That was a second entry. In fact, in the analysis I made on deriv, I had already marked it to be my other entry, but I missed to enter it. So that's how I made small monies on jump 10, and that was it. But it went and followed the analysis just like I had anticipated on H1 to bring us all the way here, and even reach even this order block on H4, I believe. Let's first pull this down, this other side. This was exhausted, this move, that was a sell, clean, good sell right there. Delete everything here, even this, delete it, delete that too, delete this too. Go to H4, yeah, that fair value gap. Now it has grabbed the liquidity on H4. Remove history. This is still holding. This is going to be our support, our resistance. We can have this also. Let's leave it. So now that we have grabbed this liquidity on H4, first go to daily. What do we want? Daily we need sells. Daily we need sells, but H4 we need buys, H1 we need buys, M15 we need buys. So we don't have an option but to look for buys. So go to H1. Are we ready? Not yet. M15, we are not seeing any reversal signal yet, so we wait for a reversal signal. We wait for a reversal signal. You know, guys, what we're looking for here. We need a change of character. That's our reversal signal. If we see a reversal on M15, that means we enter our buys to take us all the way up. We will go to H4 to look for points of interest left back, and I believe it's going to be this order block. I believe it's going to be this order block right there, where we will anticipate price to come back to. Yes, of course, there is this level. I will leave it being a resistance level, but price is likely to go all the way up to that order block. All right. So if you have a big account, this is where I tell you, you can enter here and put your stop loss just below here. But for us who normally want tight entries, sniper entries and good entries that can give us a good edge on risk, then we wait on M15 to give us that. We need something like this and then something like that to give us a change of character, probably there or somewhere, and then we get a retest on a change on a fair value gap, then we make our entry. It's a whole long process. So those who have studied, who have undergone my mentorship, you know what I'm talking about. You know why I anticipate something like this. So you can anticipate the same if you know how to do that, or those who are on VIP signals, then I'll be sharing with you when we will be ready to make the entry. Otherwise, that's what I'll be looking for on jump 10 today. That's what I'll be anticipating on jump 10 today. Right now, let's go for our recap and we call it a day. This is Friday. This is our last Friday of the month. Today is the 30th. We are ending the month tomorrow. A reminder is the subscription for the VIP has started. Official opening for the subscription for the month of June has started. So if you want to register, if you're not part of the VIP now, you can subscribe now using that number there and be part of the VIP signal platform. And you know, I'll be at your service to give you all the filtered signals that I share after this analysis session. Then for the classes, I've always told you, you can also join the mentorship for June at $110 if you want me to if you want me to be the one to give you the hours or the time for studies. But if you want to dictate your own time, then you will be able to pay $300 for the class. All right, enough of the advert and the programs that we have. Oh, the one other thing, tomorrow we'll be having our Saturday special edition. Yes, tomorrow. It's last Saturday of the month. We'll be having our Saturday special edition. That means we are trading even on a Saturday. Then also those who have undergone the mentorship program will be having our monthly review meeting. Of course, as usual, every month we do that. So we'll be having that at 2 p.m. Of course, I'll be sharing the link and a message, a reminder about that shortly today. All right, let's do the recap and we call it a day. We started with crash. We want a pullback there, then we can enter sales. Then we can enter sales. No, we may not see a pullback all the way up. We need to see this. Yeah, we need to see this move. Sales either here or there, and then we enter buys from those two levels. That's what we said on crash 500. On crash 500, we need this, then that. Boom 1,000. Boom 1,000. It's a no-go for it. It's likely to consolidate the whole day. So in as far as it's concerned, unless it gives me something that I can work with, but where it is, it's a no-go. If it keeps like this, we may not trade it the whole of today. Boom 1,000. Yeah, like I told you, if we don't see this breakout, then the sell is going to continue, and clearly the sell has continued according to M5. And looking at H1, we clearly see that price has broke that level, so it's likely to go all the way up to this level, which is the last order block. It's actually now a support on H1, and of course we know that we wanted price to go all the way to this level, so this was the move, actually not that, this, and then bring us down there. That was the first one, so it's likely to come for this second one. Yeah, right there. So it's coming right to this level. That's where we want price to reach. So for now, we wait. There's nothing we are going to even wait for. Now that we have seen that all this is not necessary anymore, delete it and just wait. Now that we've seen this as a break of structure, now we can anticipate a pullback to give us a lower high, then we can enter the sell. Just wait for the pullback as a break of structure, and then we anticipate continuation of sales. All right, so enough of this. This is Boom 500. Let's now head over to V25S. We need price to reach this support, then give us a pullback. So it's not yet, so we have no business with it. V75 has reached that. We want it to give us a reversal. And once we want to see it gives us a reversal on M15, then we will be ready for the sell. But for now, it's already overbought. I have no business with it. Actually, wait a minute. If it gives this as a break of structure, then there will be some, then the structure that we are looking at will change. That means we will actually continue with the buys, not the sells, because we follow price action more than what we see on indicators. So you need to understand that. All right, leave this on H4 even. We can leave it on H4. Jump 50, we want to see this. In fact, from all the assets that are likely to give us an entry, it's jump 50. We need this breakout and then pull back, then we can enter sales. It's the one that is closest to give us an entry. The rest, I don't see anything. Maybe even crash, but really I'm seeing jump 50 if it gains some momentum. Then jump 25, pull back here. Okay, yeah, now we are talking. So pullback is happening actually. It is happening. We need to react on this level, and then we get into buys according to H1 and of course according to H4 to continue with buys. But oh yes, yeah, I was going to say but saying we had a break of structure here. If it is according to daily, then it can be viable, but not really, so that will not work. We have a change of character here, so which means we have a reversal. So if this sell doesn't go all the way back down, then and it reacts from this level, then we are in for the buy. All right, that is on. That is jump 25. Lastly is jump 10. We are looking for something like that, and then give us a change of character, then we come in with the buys. That's simple. That's what we always wait for when we are anticipating a reversal. Let me wish you guys a good day. Please remember that we have officially opened VIP Signal registration subscription. You can subscribe and be part of the Signals platform, but also you can, if you want to learn the way I analyze and trade, you can also register for the mentorship class and trading or training or whatever you want to call it, and be part of it for the June month. Let me wish you guys a good day. The market is slow, so if you enter any trade and you get some profits, don't wait for so long and lose what you've already made. So remember, when the market is slow, you take what it has already given you and call it a day. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. See you guys tomorrow for the Saturday special edition. Don't miss out that. I'm actually going to schedule it right now, immediately after this session, so that you guys don't forget. I'll even share the flyer on our channel. If you're not part of our WhatsApp channel, go into the description down below and be able to get the link, follow it up, and you'll be part of the WhatsApp channel. If you can also follow us on our social media platforms, we are on TikTok, we are on Instagram, and of course we are on X. Of course, I'm not a social media guy, so I don't normally post, but once I post, yeah, you know, you'll be able to get the information right there. So go ahead, follow us on those social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and of course X. We are there. Happy trading, happy weekend. See you guys tomorrow